Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel, On The Go Sports. And today we're gonna be talking about the Sixers. I'm probably just gonna make a little short video, just recapping of future news and just updates of what's circling around the rumor mill and all that stuff. But as of now, it looks like we're trying to target three of our main guys who are in free agency, and that's Jalen McDaniels, Georges Niang, and Paul Reed. These are three main guys that I wanted us to keep anyway. A lot of people wanted us to kind of move on from Georges Niang because he's not really an athletic wing. He only can really shoot, but I think just morally, he's a great teammate to have. Philly loves him. The fans like him. Why not keep him? Especially for cheap. If he wants to join for like $2 million, yeah, join. Paul Reed, on the other hand, you might have to give him decent, not decent money, probably like I would say $8 million a year. He deserves PJ Tucker money. I think he's better than PJ Tucker at this point of his career, but I think he's probably going to get a little bit less a year than PJ Tucker will. That's my guess around his contract. And Jalen McDaniels, that's another one because we don't have that much cap room unless we trade the Tobias contract for something little. So yeah, I'm curious to see what contracts they sign. I want to know how much Jalen McDaniels. Like, I feel like a bad team could give Jalen McDaniels a pretty decent contract. Like give him at least $10 million. I mean, I feel like he's young. He's 25. He's tall. He's lengthy. He has everything you want in a player. So, we'll see what happens. They're three great role players, and we need them on their roster. So let's just see what happens in this offseason. A couple of days ago, there was some rumors of us trying to trade for a second-round pick, or some kind of pick. We need some kind of pick, man, because it would suck watching the NBA draft without us getting any young talent, especially significant talent that's in the draft. It's just fun watching the draft, man. And we've been hitting on our picks. I mean, when you look at the second-round picks we've been drafting: Isaiah Joe, Charles Bassey, Paul Reed. I mean, all of those players are great players. And Jaden Springer, I think Jaden Springer is going to be a good player. I think he was a first-round pick, right? I think he was. I think he was later pick, like 20-something. But yeah, we got Jaden Springer, and he's coming up. And then we got Tyrese Maxey. We've hit on almost all of our picks, which is amazing. But the fact is, we only have two of those players. We have two out of, let's see, Tyrese Maxey, Jaden Springer, Isaiah Joe, Charles Bassey, Paul Reed. So, no, we have three of the five players. You should have kept Isaiah Joe and Charles Bassey. I don't know why you wouldn't keep them. Because the thing is, that's how you start, not a dynasty, but that's how you start, like, chemistry. You need players that are young and they just developed with your superstar. Like, why wouldn't you develop them with Joel Embiid? I just don't understand that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, yeah, those are one of the mistakes that our organization made. Let's see if they are going to learn from their mistakes, so we'll see what happens. Also, per some articles and reports, I looked up different articles just to make sure this was actually right, and all of them are saying that it's unlikely for the Sixers to trade for a big name or sign a big name, and they gave us names specifically: Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, and Fred VanVleet, regardless if Harden walks. So what are you trying to tell me? We're not going to get any point guard from the free. Come on, man. We're not doing that. If Harden walks, there's no way we're not going to get Fred VanVleet. We would have to. But yeah, that's just a rumor I wanted to tell you guys because I think that's kind of crazy. If Harden walks, we have to get Fred VanVleet or Bradley Beal. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to get those kind of guards. They're scorers. They're going to do their thing. So for the people who wanted James Harden to return, you have some good news. So, per reports, is saying that there's no dispute that there's an undeniable strong lure for a return to Houston that Harden would like, But he's also said that he's giving renewed consideration to staying put. There's a loyalty factor for Harden to weigh after Sixers president of basketball operation, Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey's his guy, so he's planning on, there's loyalty there. He spent the bulk of his first 15 months in the city of brotherly love trying to acquire him, finally succeeding in 2022. and for him leaving, I feel like that's just, you're not, Daryl Morey is going to be like, damn, man, like I did all of that just for you to leave the next year. So I feel like they're having, minor conversations about that. And I mean, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they're probably really close people. They're close to each other. They're probably not family, but they're almost like family. I mean, Daryl Morey helped Harden become the guy who's getting millions, helped him become a superstar. So, there's always going to be that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the fact that he has renewed consideration to play for Philly, I feel like he's coming back. There's no point of him going to Houston at this point. If he wants to win, you got to stay. And yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So I have a couple of free agent targets that are cheap options, I would say, and these are options I think we should target. And one of them is Javon Carter. He's a tough veteran guard who averaged 8 points, 2.5 boards, and 2.5 assists while shooting 42% from deep. He does all the little things well. He's like a point guard version of PJ Tucker. Philadelphia could use another guard off the bench, especially a pure point guard-esque type player. He plays great defense, so I don't see any negatives of signing this man. Yes, let's bring back Seth Curry, man. He was, man, when Curry was on the Sixers, man, I wouldn't say he was my favorite player, but, man, we relied on him so much. He was such a good shooter. But, yeah, why not bring him back? Curry's an excellent shooter who can space the floor, give Embiid and Harden, if Harden returns, everything they need to produce. I mean, that's the best shooter in the league, a top 3 shooter in the league, I'll say. He shot, last season he dealt with a lot of injuries. He wasn't his best season, but he still shot 41% from deep. He has a good relationship with Embiid and Tyrese, and I think it'd just be interesting to see him fit in with this group. He went to all of the playoff games against the Celtics this playoff, so obviously he still loves Philly and he still loves the environment. So come on, why not bring him back, man? Let's go. Sorry, guys, I forgot to make this clear. These free agent options are all guards. These are the guard options because obviously we need guards, especially backup guards. So, yeah, this is for the guards. But, yeah, Check Diallo is my last option. Yes, I know what you guys are going to say. He's not a great shooter. He shot 23%, 24% from deep. He's like a Bruce Brown, that Denver had, the Bruce Brown guy. He's a tough defender. He runs the floor. He's very athletic. He can help push the bench unit. He's a young guy. He shot 58 from the field. So he still can, he still has a little bit of game to him. So I feel like he'd be an exciting player to watch. We need more just high-flying players who can play defense. So, and all he has to do is really work on his shot. Just work on your catch and shoot threes, and that's all you really need to be in Philly. To play in Philly, that's all you need. So, if you guys stayed to the end of the video, thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.